Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? I do. Because in today's video, I'm building an underwater house. That's right, guys. I've transformed into Cleo. Cleo, the condensation. This idea came from... Wait, who did it come from? This idea came from Jana Pokolova. So thank you so much for the idea. And just subscribe if you want your idea in a video. And of course, it's being called Cleo House. Okay, pops. So ignore my practice attempt from earlier. Who remembers my aquarium video? The first step of building an underwater house is placing the pools. You're going to want to place them leaving 1 block's width each side. And we'll do this corner just as an example. And then it's really tricky. As you can see, it's having none of it if you try and place it above ground. So you have to go into the basement, place it, and then press U. That's not what's supposed to happen. You press U, there we go, and then it will work. And now, as you can see, we have water for the walls. Now, last time when I did an underwater build, I made the mistake of using real walls and real window. As you can see, that's pretty noobish. So here's a window I made earlier. This bad boy is made entirely out of basic shape, but it is the exact size of a window, which means when we come to place the walls, look how much better that looks than a trashy little wall. Anyway, that's jumping a little ahead. For now, let's continue adding this water. And it's a good thing I have 500,000, guys, because this stuff don't come cheap these days. And oh my gosh, this is going to be one of the most fiddly builds. And I'm definitely doing something wrong right now, but that's just an issue for later. Oh my god, what's that? It's like Bloxburg just got nuked. If I was on a public server right now, people would be looking at my plot like, what is going on? So next stage, basically adding the basements, which is actually really satisfying. It's like, it shouldn't work, but it does. This is definitely a glitch. Oh gosh. This here was meant to be like a corridor. Yeah, actually, gonna be Slender Man fitting through this gap. I might just have to like extend this bit over here. That is better. Now we're gonna be able to walk around. And that's because I wanted to have like a little centerpiece in the middle, kind of like people have fish tanks in their house. Finally, before we start adding the walls, we've just got to get rid of these like Minecraft looking grass blocks. Doesn't that look like a Minecraft block? I've actually been playing Minecraft so much lately. Comment down below if you play it. So it goes without saying, when we place the walls, we're obviously not gonna be able to have water on every walls. For example, this one's just gonna be plain glass. And as the doorway, it's gonna be really cool. We can have like, it so it's like just a little bit open. Ah! How good would it be if you could place windows like this normally? It's so handy. Oh my days, guys.
Oh my days.
This is gonna look sick. I'm even gonna add that thing from like Mako Mermaids, you know, where they had like an entrance to the sea in their house. I'm sorry, I'm so adding that in here. I've probably picked the worst time to build this. October. The sea is gonna be freezing. If one of these glass blocks breaks, I'm going downtown. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And now you guys get the gist. I just added the rest of them all the way around. Oh my god, this looks so much cooler than I ever imagined. Yes, the actual pools around the outside are a bit of a mismatch order, but if we go inside, just before we've even decorated, this is such a cool outline for a house. It's massive. If the Kardashians like were living underwater, this would be their kind of house. And the entire roof system, I'm literally just gonna go boop 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 boop. It's all gonna be glass. Where's the water gone? What? Bloxburg, explain. Explain.
America, explain.
Bloxburg, exposed. First things first, I want to do the kitchen area, which is going to be over in this corner. Oh my gosh, how are we even going to do the floor? It's all going to be one kind of shade. Do you guys think a kitchen would work underwater? Because a fridge needs to be plugged in. An oven. Can you light fire underwater? Well, we can, because this house is on fire. Wow, this kitchen's getting pretty big, isn't it? Maybe here we could have a sink. And you guys, I want a built-in one of these. Do you guys get me? This will actually be pretty easy. If we just do look at that. We kind of have a built-in sink, especially if we put an actual sink underneath it. Maybe this is one of those taps, you know, that comes out of hot water.
An instant boiling water tap.
I've always wanted one of them. I would add cabinets, but I kind of feel it might like mess up the water vibe. So I might only add them above like the fridge, etc, etc. Oh my gosh, an island underwater. We also need to add a pineapple at some point because we have to make that joke. I've just had the most amazing idea. Have I just discovered a groundbreaking build hack? We can have the laundry machine screen in here, even though it kind of doesn't work. Me when I think I did something. They're all a bit big, aren't they? But a dishwasher's not. Okay. A really nice texture for kitchens is oyster, and then lighten it up to like a pink. And if you're wondering what this translates to on the counter, it's basically the same, but with a marble top. The stools. Ooh, what shall we do? What shall we do? I kind of think we should be going for like a modern rich billionaire look. And what screams billionaire more than custom plant? And you know what though? I have actually had quite a good idea. Yes, I've got our little plant. How about that? That looks so cool. Anyway, the rest of the decals. I got mermaids, fishes. And I was thinking we could put a couple of these onto like transparent sticks. We could have little fishes at the window, even though that looks so fake.
You are fake news.
And then the main attraction is going to be this mermaid. That just looks so funny. Anyway, back to the kitchen. Sorry, I'm just having too much fun with this challenge. We're going to kind of add more cooking bits, even though I'm still convinced you're not going to be able to cook in it. And decorate this a little bit, if it lets us. Hello, Mr. Brzezowski. So over here is like our little cereal section. This is going to be like, what even is this? Sand that we collected off SpongeBob's beach. And it took me a while to do these.
2 hours later.
And I actually think this looks really realistic. And I keep going to put the roof on, guys, but I forget it's already on. Like, it's so trippy. Really, all we need to add is like lights, even though I don't really need them. And sorry, I can't help myself but add some bowls in here. That's my favorite thing in here. It looks like a little traffic light. Wow, that is perfecto. And we might as well chuck the dining room in. So the question is, shall we go for a white one? A little bit different, a little bit unusual.
Different, unusual.
Or shall we go for a square one? Or should we go for a rectangle one? So many choices. This is going to be kind of a seaweed themed table. So the middle is going to be like it is, like planks. And then the seats are going to be green, a little bit like seaweed. Aww, that's actually so sweet. I realized we were meant to do a carpet, but we literally didn't. That under here, if we can manage. Do not tell me this does not look like some sort of fairy tale Wizard of Oz dining room. I love that. For me, the hairpin dresser is giving me underwater. And I don't know what to put in here. Like, oh my gosh. Yes, I do. Some seashells. If I look up sea, some sea salt. I think we'll just have some succulents. It's just sucking my money away. $300 each. We can also have a couple of these dresses just round the place. You know, just filling in the lost space. And next up, I kind of want to do the bedroom. I mean, we're at here. Fate has taken us to the bedroom. That sounds weird. But no, here is actually the passageway from the bedroom into the sea. So I'm going to see if we can like swim through here to freedom. And which bed? It has to be this one. It has to be this one.
I want one.
I feel like Jeff Bezos under here, like a literal billionaire. As long as there's comfy pillows, like what I'm adding now, I'm sure we'll be fine. And I don't know why, I'm feeling like Ariel deserves a good bed. But I was just thinking like adding a tinge of green. That looks like the most uncomfortable thing going. Let's change the texture, shall we? Next to these, rather than adding end tables, I'm going to add this dresser that I spotted earlier. Do penguins live underwater? I feel like they might. So I'm going to use the really cute little pengu lamp. I can't go over this. It kind of looks like Ariana Grande, but like weird edition.
Ariana Grenade.
And to be honest, I'm kind of sick of those custom plants we used earlier. So I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna use these. This looks so Gucci. For the longest time, I've been adding little living rooms in my bedroom. But I don't think we have room for a proper living room. So I might just add these little chairs at the end of the bed. And then a coffee table. And what should we put on this? I kind of want to put more plants. And speaking of plants, actually, I was meant to add like loads of the tropical leaves under here. And you can actually resize these. I found this out the other day. I was like, what?
What?
I kind of want to do, oh my gosh, wait, let's do wardrobes, and then in the middle we'll have a closet. That is such a cool idea. I mean, I don't know if it'll end up looking that good, but haters gonna hate. I love that. I love it. Oh yeah, we need a desk. Sorry. You know when you're having one of those days where you're just not really there, you're just existing. That's me today. And I've got to say, I'm absolutely loving the color scheme we've gone for in here. So I just love the color scheme. I don't even know what it is. What do we add here? I don't know what else you have in a bedroom. A fireplace. Yes, we're gonna set fire to the sea. And just next to that, I'm gonna put the bench where we're gonna sit and contemplate life before we go swimming in the sea. see. And again, we just don't really need any light. I guess we could add a modern lamp. All we have left is this middle section, which first of all, we're going to decorate with plenty of plants, and a good one to use if you're doing any sort of underwater building. To me, this looks like a coral reef. Use like pinks and oranges and stuff. So next up, I think our lounge room should be here. And actually, we need to make an entryway. Maybe this can be our entrance. And I wonder if it will let us put a doorbell. Please. It will on the door as well. Where do they keep hat stands and that these days? Again, I'm just trying to use coral reefed themed furniture. We'll just have like a little dress as you walk in, you know, maybe a plant or two. Maybe even a blimmin' bookcase. Look at this, look at this. Look at me. This can be like our little carpet, kind of an arrow like pointing you to the lounge. I was going to add an entertainment center, but then I thought, what's the point? It's kind of ruining the illusion. So this is our unit. I always put a stereo under here because it kind of looks like an Xbox. And then I have used this in the last 2 videos. I'm actually obsessed with it, guys. The wicker sofa is unreal. I'm sorry. Look at how cute that looks. I don't just want to snuggle up on there. And do you know what? I might actually make a custom coffee table. And I never use rectangles. I normally use cylinders. Oh my god, I love that. I kind of want to add paintings on the walls. And we actually can. Like, this is another advantage. Bloxburg, please make windows like this. It's so handy. But other than that, I don't know what else to put. I don't really want to over clutter it, and we need space to walk behind it. I know we weren't going to have a laundry room, but we have this spare space just before the bathroom. So I was thinking we could add one in here. Also, my throat really hurts. I think I might have tonsillitis again, guys. I would add a sink, but I just can't. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Then the mops can go here. The final thing is obviously the actual laundry. I've got to say, I do love that a lot. I've got to say, I do like that a lot. And then this wraps us round to where we started. And the final room, the bathroom. We're going grand. We're going fancy. We're going home. I'm going to add pillars in here just to act as if like it's holding up the roof, even though it's defo not. And I didn't really think about the fact that the bathroom has glass on it. It's right by the kitchen. Imagine you're just doing a family dinner and then you look in and it's like, ah, naked person underneath this glassy bit. Of course, we're adding an antique bathtub, and you know, I'm even gonna add some of these, like, so it looks a little bit more like Greek and tropical. Next up is the sink unit. This is where I'm doing a Reese's classic. I'm not even gonna explain it because everybody knows that I do this by now. Ooh. On the unit, we can have some hairspray. Stay spray. I used to use hairspray all the time, guys. Then it made my hair really, like, crunchy, so I had to stop. Your hair is like a piece of cling film that can snap at any second. And the final thing we're adding in this house is some stools. I've just added some lights. And with that, the underwater house is my home. Let's go look around. So this is where our story begins. And a piece of advice, do not enter some random hole you find in the ground. But I know exactly what this is for me. It's home. Oh my gosh, when I'm swimming, I actually look like Cleo. You've got to try and find the front door. Oh, it's here. It's here. Let's ring the doorbell. Here we are. It actually looks kind of scary out there, the deep dark sea. First thing we make our way into is the entry hall. This in itself is nothing too special. It's sort of just a crossroads to each room. So I like to go around in a clockwise fashion. So that means left is the living room. So this is where you can sit down. On an architectural point of view though, this is a really nice room. And I added these decals as the paintings. I thought that was such a funny idea. It's kind of like our little inside joke. We also have like the bookcase and of course, fish tank. This is kind of in place of like a normal fish tank that you might have. And coming off of this lovely little room, we have the laundry room. Take your laundry. You would put it in here. You just do a little bit of washing, you know. Oh my gosh, bending my back here, almost touching my tail. But practicalness aside, the pool. Oh my gosh, I've been sucked into the ocean, guys. What's going on? Practicalness aside, the outside just looks so nice. Like the walls as water, it's so calming. And apparently we're doing the rest of this tour swimming. So if we make our way over to the bathroom, this is truly grand. Not only do we have a double sink unit where we can do like our hair, strike a pose, Vogue. We can also have a nice big mermaid poo. And we can have a bath, even though there's plenty of water outside. I like to keep my water fresh, thank you. The bathroom's definitely a top pick room for me. I think it's one of the best. stuck in this position again. I look like I'm eating dirt off the floor. Next up is the dining room slash kitchen. Dining room is one of my favorite rooms. I always tend to gravitate towards dining rooms as my favorites, but this is truly a masterpiece. It might be the green checkered floor. I can't believe I ever used to hate green because now I love the green. Got some fishy friends out here as well as some plant. And the kitchen is one of my best I've ever built. I love this little section coming off here. You can even have a little brekkie here. It has got a family dining table, although it is a one-person house, as I said. And again, the fish tank is such a cool view. And then as we finish off the tour, we come round to the bedroom. Look at this. So we have a little jump scare over there of a mermaid. Yeah, that's just my auntie. She's just visiting. First of all, the view out this window just normally is something to be absolutely proud of. You also have the little desk, and I actually really like this desk. This closet, I highly recommend doing that. Like, I never would think to do it in this way, but it's stunning. Of course, we have the comfy bed, although we probably sleep on coral or something. Finally, we have our escape route. Goodbye, cruel world. That was me building an underwater house in Bloxburg. Thank you so much, everybody who watched this. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you all in the next one.